Alright, what's up y'all? We are here today for our PBL Season 2, I think, maybe Season 3, I'm not sure.
Your Season 1.
Yeah, my first season. This isn't their first season though, but I'm joined by Doomshroom.
How you going?
I guess he goes by Chris now since he's no longer on YouTube, but you guys know him as Doomshroom. You know him, you love him, you tolerate him.
That sounds right.
So he's been kicking it with us for the past week or so, and he was here when I did my draft. He helped out a little bit, so I figured, we'll get him in the video, and he'll kind of help go over some of the stuff that we did. So I actually had third pick, which was crazy because I thought it was gonna go, like in order of if you were here last season, you get to pick, but that's not how it goes. So I got third, and
lucky bastard.
My very first pick, of course, just me being me, had to be Zygarde. You can't really skip over Zygarde. If you can get it, you might as well grab it. Like, it's just too fucking good. It was between this and Kartana, and Zygarde won the tie just because of how much work it put in last season in the PCP. Good God. I'm also a little sick, so sorry if I sound stupid as fuck. But
well, you always sound stupid as fuck to me, so.
Well, that's because you come from a country ran by kangaroos, Chris.
Wow. Out of anything you could have gone for, you went for the generic, oh, you got kangaroos, Australia.
Yeah.
Get better at being slightly racist to friends. Like, I expect better things.
You've made nothing but fucking lame Texas jokes this entire time. I think I'm entitled to the occasional kangaroo joke.
Hey, look, basically, you've seen Shay use Zygarde, you know what it does. He's just looking for pure power here.
Pure power. 50%.
So then his next pick.
My next pick, if I can find it, I decided to go ahead and get a fairy right off the bat. The best one that was available was going to be Mega Diancie. Pat had this last year in the PCP, and prepping for it was a huge pain in the dick. So I figured I'd go ahead and pick it up so people have to deal with that.
Bloody magic bouncing shenanigans, can run mix both ends of the spectrum, offensive. You're just mean.
It looks like it's gonna be fun. It's a good rocker. It's a good hazard preventer. Like Chris said, it can be physical or special, even though it's gonna lead more towards the special. But hey, Diamond Storm is nothing to fuck around with. That thing, every Ranbat I've ever played, Diamond Storm has blown me away. And then next on the list, I kind of wanted to get a defensive core. Last time I drafted, I went hyper offense with like a Sylveon and a Quagsire. So I wanted to go something a little bulkier, and I wanted to get a regen core. So the first thing that came to mind was our buddy Amoonguss. Now, Amoonguss is a very thick boy. That is quite possibly the thickest boy. It's no Tangela, but it gets the job done. It also has access to Spore, which will let me set up with stuff like Zygarde or Mega Diancie, which will be handy as fuck. Again, it's part of the regen core, and it gives me a grass type. So it starts me out with a fire, water, grass core, which is cool.
Yeah, regen as well is always nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's going to be very hard to kill, and it's going to help me set up with my sweepers, which is going to be fun. Now, next, I've become quite fond of this next Pokemon over these past couple seasons. Jolteon was available. Wait, no, that's not it. There's supposed to be another one up here. Where is it?
No, you got Jolteon pretty early on.
I guess it is. Okay, so there's supposed to be another Pokemon over here, but oh well. Next, I went ahead and picked up Jolteon. Now, Jolteon, it's a fast electric type, so you need it on your team. 130 base speed, that's basically going to be the fastest thing on the field if nobody has a Mega Aerodactyl or like Mega Alakazam, I think. And yeah, it's gonna complete a great core with my next Pokemon, which is Scizor. That's what it was, Scizor first. That's so pretty good Volt Turn core in those guys. You can just throw slap a choice band on Scizor and slap a choice specs on Jolteon.
Well, Scizor gives you the steel type, so you got the Dragon Fairy steel already covered.
True, and yeah, it's gonna be. I can just get them trapped in the vortex, volt switching and U-turning and whatnot. It'll be a great time. It'll be a great time. Then I went ahead and I probably picked this up a little too early because this was a points-based draft, so everything obviously costed a certain amount of points. Like OU was 100, UU was 75, RU was 50, and then NU and PU were like 25 apiece. So I figured everybody's gonna pick like just as much busted shit as they could, and then scavenge towards the end for the NU stuff. So I went ahead and picked up Slowbro, just to complete the regen core, and Slowbro plus Amoonguss, they don't share any weaknesses, I don't believe, so that'll be good. Like, usually, you can get like 20 plus 10 growth, but then they're both weak to ice, and you don't have a good time versus ice type mons. So, yeah, no common weaknesses, both thick as fuck, and Slowbro actually gives me a bit of...
That's a nasty looking front 6.
Yeah, straight up.
Like, you could bring just those 6 most weeks and be causing a lot of havoc.
You also have to draft, I forgot to mention this, you have to use your points to draft your Z crystals too, so that's something to kind of keep in mind as we keep going. Next, I needed, I wanted hazard stack. I love me some hazard stack. I already have rocks, but I figured I would like spikes, T-spikes, all that good stuff, and then Shell Smash actually wouldn't hurt either. So we went ahead and got Amistar. I know that makes 2 water types and 2 rock types, but who gives a fuck? You know, it's Amistar. It's a little threatening bastard. Hazards lead or Shell Smash, either way, it's gonna be putting in work. And it's gonna be fun. We've had this guy on the team before. He never lets us down. So
until that time he did.
He hasn't yet. Until now that you mentioned it, now he's gonna let us down. Next, I actually have a Pokemon that I don't know how the fuck it didn't get drafted, and I wasn't even planning on getting any more OU mons, but it hadn't been drafted, and it kind of fit my speed tier that I needed. So I went ahead and got blacephalon. Now, that shit's gonna be crazy. It's basically special Kartana with a move that just gets a kill every time it comes in. It's mind blown, guarantees me 2 kills. Pretty much. Unless you got like a melodic or something, you're not fucking living. And has a crazy high special attack. I think it's 151, then 107 speed.
Yep.
Which makes it a great Scarf Reckon. Can't talk because I'm so excited. Outspeed Scarf Chomp and all that kind of stuff. All the base 100s. Even like Mind Chow, because whatever asshole picks that guy up. All the base 105s, all stuff like that. It's gonna be a great Pokemon. And like I said, I wasn't even trying to get any more OU mons, but you can't pass up that guy. Like,
well, everyone
just
did
can't.
For 7 rounds, but
yeah, I can't pass him up. I couldn't pass him up at 8th time, I guess, is what we're getting at here. So that did take a huge chunk of my remaining points. So then I got to be more frugal with the rest of them. So I also needed a fighting type. So we went ahead and got Mind Chow as our next pick. Another U-turn mon. I can actually add a 3rd mon to the Regenerator Core if we really want to, just for lulz. Good speed tier. Hits hard as fuck, can be physical and special, and I'd never used him before, so it seemed like a good time to use that boy, because it looks like it'll be fun. It is hard, so...
Yeah, reckless high jump kick.
Reckless high jump kick, good god. And then next, I don't actually have the thing for it, but next on the list I actually drafted Dragonium Z, just to go with Zygarde. Last season I pretty much put Dragonium Z on Zygarde, like 9 out of 11 weeks, just because at +1.
You did that on purpose, you terrorist.
Too soon, but but yeah, it just hits too hard. So I figured Groundium was already gone anyways. I might as well go ahead and pick up Dragonium, just so I could use it on that guy. Then my next pick, this is actually kind of fucked up. Veteran trainer John, the guy that invited me to this league, he's like the admin guy or whatever, you know, he's in charge. So he had a little thing in the Discord that said, if you have any questions, you know, just PM him, ask him. So I was like, alright, cool. I PM'd him and I was like, hey, if we pick up Silvally, do we have to pick one type or do we get all the types? And he was like, nah, bro, you get all the types, but I'm gonna snipe you. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, no, he had just taken Infernape too, and I actually really wanted Infernape. It was like his 3rd pick or something like that. And he's like, I'm just kidding, I already know my picks, I'm not gonna snipe you. I was like, okay. Then I think that was whenever I was around the Amistar time, and then 2 or 3 picks later, that motherfucker takes Silvally, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you can't. If you're gonna take it, then don't tell me you're not gonna take it, because then I got my hopes up and shit.
And then he took it.
So we didn't get Silvally. I still wanted some parting shot action, so we got a Alolan Persian, which is it's another thick boy. He's got that fur coat, you know.
It's something.
It gives me parting shot. It gives me a fast taunt mon. I didn't really need that speed tier since I already have Mega Diancie at 110, but I think it's actually 115.
Fair play can't ever
115.
really serve you wrong. So.
Yeah, stab foul play is very, very helpful. It's fast as hell. It gets decent coverage. If I need to, I'll probably not run a nasty plot 1 week. Let's be real here. It's me. And yeah, it just looked like all around good mon to balance out the team. Saw some of my favorite league battlers use it, and it seemed like it was gonna be fun. Then Now, strictly just because I didn't want anyone else to have this and it was still on the board, I picked up Ditto. Ditto is an asshole of a mon to offensive team builds, and even defensive team builds sometimes. So, I went ahead and picked it up just because I don't want anyone else using it against me. Basically.
It's a good insurance policy, mon.
Exactly.
You come up against a Manaphy one week, you bring Ditto in the back, that way if you tail glow up, you're going for it.
Exactly, and I just fucking win. I actually had the season 1 of the PCP as well. It won me many a game. It's just too good. And then I also drafted the Dark Neom Z, so I can use the Z parting shot with Persian Lola, as well as, if I have any dark coverage moves maybe I want to run like Z knockoff.
Wow.
I don't know. Probably that's ever anything. I'm sure this guy gets Dark Pulse or something.
Z Snatch.
Z Snatch. But, yeah, then last, but actually, yes, definitely least, I just wanted to use up all my points, and I kind of figured one more bulky thing couldn't hurt. I actually didn't have that great of a, I didn't have anything flying, no levitators or anything, so Earthquake could sweep through me. So I just went ahead and grabbed Togetic. He's another thick boy. Gives me Wish Pass. It gives me, just another thick Pokemon, and ground resist and
it's
immunity.
a cleric as well.
And a cleric, which does definitely help.
You get your Scizor burn, you can help it. Or Zygarde.
True. So that was basically the theme I went with, was about half bulky shit and about half super offensive shit, and hopefully everything will work out. Looks like it's going to be fun. This is actually a Wi-Fi league, so we will actually be having Wi-Fi content on the channel for a good regular basis. So look forward to that. We got layouts, man. I've been practicing, kinda. I've been supposed to have been practicing, but actually haven't been. But I will by the time this goes up. But yeah, that's about it. Go ahead and like, subscribe, do all that bullshit. Mr. Chris, thank you for joining me.
Hey, happy to help.
And yeah, bye forever.
Forever.